Hi Virgo, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective love reading. As it is collective, please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements where you're likely to find a message in there. Now, if you do like your reading today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you haven't subscribed, then don't forget to do that and press the notification bell, and it will let you know when I do post new content. Now, if you do want to check out your other placements, you'll find that there's playlists on my page for each of them. So this is a timeless reading, so whenever it falls into your feed, it's likely to be relevant for you, but feel free to check out any of the others and any of your placements on any of the playlists, or however else you might find them on my page. Yeah, let's get into your reading. Now, this could be past, present, or future person. It's whatever Spirit wants to bring up today. So, Spirit, can we get some cards for Virgo, please? Okay. So your overall energy, Virgo, we have this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is very much suggesting to me that you don't feel stable, you don't feel abundant, you are not feeling like you are very much family orientated at the moment. The Queen of Pentacles is usually somebody that's very much family, loves family, home, stability and everything, but you're feeling like you want to, maybe you're just being a bit of a spendthrift at the minute and you're just kind of trying to spend everything you've got. But yeah, it's not suggesting to me that you're feeling very stable at all. This is all your energy too, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. But yeah, definitely not feeling very abundant at the moment, Virgo. So how you're feeling about this relationship or this particular love situation that you're in. We've got a Page of Swords. So you are open to communicate. You are potentially learning new things. I'm not going to say you're spying on anyone because I don't see the Page of Swords as spying. You may see some other tarot readers saying that the Page of Swords is a spying card. But to me, he is very much just somebody that is learning about things. And yes, that might mean that you are doing a bit of social media lurking. Maybe you're learning about a person, about a situation. Could be that you're learning about yourself. This could very much be you learning about certain things and getting clarity of a situation. To me, it looks more like some sort of communication. So maybe you're very much wanting to communicate with somebody. Maybe you might have looked at somebody's social media. Now, this could be your person's energy. These two can be interchanged. I'm going to say it's yours because it's in your placement area. But yeah, you may have been doing some, nosying on people's social medias to see if you can learn some information. There's nothing wrong with learning what your person may like. Might not have anything to do with that. Maybe you feel like you're being watched. I do think it's more communication. Very much a message of some form coming out, or that you want to speak. Maybe you're ready to speak about something you've learnt. You may be talking to yourself about something too. Maybe you've learnt something about yourself and you want to communicate with yourself, because that Page of Swords, it's all about communication. It's all about mental communication too. Right, so we've got a Queen of Cups. Is that the Queen or the King? No, that's the King of Cups. We've got a Six of Wands. And we've got a Nine of Swords. Pretty sure that's the Queen. Yes, no. It's all right. It's a brand new deck, and they've got tiny little crowns on the top. And thought I'd worked out which one was the Queen and which one was the King. But I forgot since I looked. It's a Queen of Swords. It's not swords, cups. It's definitely the Queen. Right, so. Yeah, Queen of Cups then. So you've got a lot of passion. You've got a lot of empathy. You love deeply. You may be a big giver as well. And this Queen of Cups, she's under the water. You're so full of emotion. Potentially you want to give this emotion out. Maybe that's what this Page of Swords is doing, trying to find someone to give it to. It could be that you've got your eye on somebody that you want to give it to. Maybe you're watching somebody that embodies the Queen of Cups energy. Or maybe you want to talk to somebody with the Queen of Cups energy. Maybe you've realised that you need to communicate that you're in this Queen of Cups energy. This is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So it could be that you want to talk to somebody of one of those. Like I say, this could be your person's energy. Maybe they're doing that. Maybe they see you as the Queen of Cups and they want to talk to you. I think this is more you wanting to talk to somebody and you're being very much full of love. We have a Six of Wands. Now that came out to the side. The Six of Wands is very much success and celebration, popularity in the upright. In the reverse, it's not being successful, being unpopular. It's come out to the side. So you feel like success is a big challenge. It's very challenging to have success. You may feel like you're never going to have success. You may feel that popularity could be a bit of a challenge. Maybe somebody's relatively popular, or maybe you're popular and you feel that it gets in the way of things. It could simply be that you don't know how to communicate with someone because you don't know whether it's going to be taken as successful or unsuccessful. You don't know what kind of success you're going to have, so it's making you question things. You do have a Nine of Swords that came out to the side as well. Now the Nine of Swords in the upright is somebody that is full of fear, anxiety, depression, sleepless nights. In the reverse, it's coming out of that. To me, it suggests that you're sitting somewhere in the middle. You're trying to move forward from something that's been causing you stress and anxiety, but it's hard to come out of. But it is something where you are releasing it. It's just been really challenging for you. Now, in your person's energy, we have a Six of Pentacles in the reverse. This suggests to me that they're aware that things have been out of balance and they may want to start giving back. They could be feeling like they're out of balance. Maybe they feel like they're empty. They haven't got anything to give anymore. Maybe your person's been taken advantage of previously in the past and they just feel completely drained and they want something that is balanced. It could simply be, if this is a past person, it could be that they know it was imbalanced. It could even be that your person just feels out of balance as well. The Six of Pentacles in the upright is very much talking about giving, but it can be unbalanced giving. In the reverse, it's somebody that isn't giving anymore, or they're aware that they need to give more. Let's get clarification of that Six of Pentacles. Okay. So the first card that came out was a Ten of Wands in the reverse. So suggesting to me very much that your person needs to put down a big burden that they've been carrying before it overwhelms them. They're they're at the danger of being overwhelmed by this burden. So whatever it is, they could drown in it if they're not careful. It's very much of they're massively overburdening themselves. They're not sharing it with anyone. If it was in the upright, they'd be ready to get rid of that burden and release it, but it's in the reverse. It's very much they need to be careful they're not losing control of things. It's very much them. It's like they're spiraling a little bit as well. We have a 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, this also suggests that they feel like they're lacking financially. That could be why they've got this 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe they are not very stable, and that could be why they've got this massive burden on them. Maybe they don't feel stable. They don't feel like they can give. They don't feel like they've got the abundance and the stability. It could also be somebody that is not very independent. The 9 of Pentacles in the upright is somebody that's very independent, very stable, very successful at what she does. In the reverse, she's not. Obviously, it doesn't have to be a she. I'm just saying she because that's what's on the card. It is very much gender's fluid in tarot, so it could be masculine. Take it as it resonates. They're just personality traits. But very much it could be that somebody is... It's like they may not have everything together. They may not feel like they've got enough to give. What they do have, though, is a lot of passion and drive. So they have got the 9 of Wands. Not the 9 of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands... it's not the greatest card in the deck. It does suggest, though, that the person's got a lot of passion, a lot of drive towards you. They are in danger of losing passion and drive, though, with the Knight of Wands. It could be non-committal. So you just need to be careful with that. Maybe that's why you're doing this sitting, watching, possibly. Maybe you're trying to understand, is it going to be non-committal? Is it something where they're going to burn out of energy? What's going on with them? Maybe you've got a lot of love for this person, but you might just be sitting back, watching, waiting to see what comes through, because you can possibly see all of this burden that they're carrying with a lack of finances potentially, and that could be why you don't know whether it's going to be very successful. And I mean, you could be having sleepless nights because you're thinking of them, worrying about them. Doesn't mean that you're feeling guilty or anything having sleepless nights. You could just be very worried. You could be worried about the situation that they could be going through, especially with you loving and having that empathy, because you could be feeling a lot of what they're feeling. Now, how you're viewing this relationship, we have the Hangman in the reverse. So you feel like you've been betrayed. You don't feel like this is a particularly happy situation. You feel that you were betrayed. You feel like you are stuck. It's not really going anywhere. You feel like there was a lot of selfishness involved as well within this. So this could be a past person. If not, you feel like your person is very selfish at the moment and like it's not going anywhere. Let's get clarification of this. Okay, so the first card that come out, we have a 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. So somebody doesn't want to work on it. Oh no, that's a 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. You've got a lot of 5s out here. You've got a lot of 9s as well, and a few 6s. If you are seeing reoccurring numbers, then I would recommend checking up what they mean. Generally, your angels and spirit guides giving you messages to tell you that you're on the right track. So if you do see lots of reoccurring numbers, signs, synchronicities out there, double check what they are. It's usually to say that you're on the right track, but it's just to give you that little bit of a nudge to keep you on that right track as well. But yeah, so 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. So actually, that's not as bad as a 3 of Pentacles in the reverse for this. So the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse then, very much suggesting to me that somebody that may have felt like they were abandoned, they're coming out of feeling abandoned. If they're feeling like they didn't have financial success previously. They're coming out of that feeling. So possibly you might be seeing a potential in this. Maybe that's why you're watching and you're waiting. Maybe you're waiting for your person, but they're not feeling like they can come forward at the moment. But then, I suppose this Knight of Wands is somebody that wants to charge forward with passion. So it could very well be that somebody that might have been feeling isolated and alone previously, this Five of Pentacles is very much them coming out of that. They're realizing that they've got people around them that can help. So possibly you're very much seeing that, you're not alone. You can get help, or your person is, and that could be why you're sitting waiting, because you're waiting for your person to get some help and get what they need. We have a Five of Cups in the reverse as well. So somebody that feels like they lost something, that potentially they were going through a lot of grief, a lot of sorrow. It is very much walking away from it. To me, these are cards of being abandoned and having a lot of guilt, having a lot of sorrow, having a lot of regrets, and then coming out of that, leaving it behind, finding that you've still got things to move forward for, coming out of depression, coming out of grief, moving forward when they're in the reverse, getting back out there into meeting people, getting stability, getting back on track. And potentially that's why you feel like it's not going anywhere, because there's somebody's feeling more stable. We have the Three of Wands. So somebody's waiting, and I think it's you. I think that's you with that Page of Swords there. I think it's somebody very much waiting for things to start happening. It's like they've put in a lot of work. They're waiting for it to come to fruition. It's very much a plan that has already started, something you've already set in motion, and it's very much already happening. It's coming into fruition, but it's waiting patiently for everything to get that success from what's already been done. So maybe you're waiting patiently. Maybe you've already given a lot of love out and you're waiting patiently for it to return. And then we have a Star card. Now this Star card's in the reverse. So this is suggesting to me that while you're sitting waiting patiently, it's like you're losing a bit of hope. Like you feel like there's not enough to help anymore. You can't really help this person anymore. Maybe that's why you're sitting waiting patiently. Maybe you've given all the help that you can, and you can't give them any more help. You can't do anything for them anymore. It's like you feel like you can't help anymore. You've done everything you possibly can, and now you're just waiting to see what's going to happen. You're potentially having that hope that things are going to come back, or things that are going to improve. But when the star's in the reverse, it's suggesting to me that you feel like or you're losing hope. You're waiting patiently, but you're losing hope on it. And you're ready to walk away and leave it as it is. Now, in your challenge position, we have the Justice coming out to the side. And we have this Ten of Wands coming out to the side. Now, this Justice card is suggesting that there could be some sort of legal issue. Maybe you're going through some legal issue at the moment. It could just be a decision that needs to be made fairly. And then you have that Ten of Wands, so a very big burden. Now, to me, it looks as though whatever this big burden is has got something to do with this justice, whatever this decision is. Now, this Ten of Wands could very well be your person's Ten of Wands. And it could be that their burden is making a big decision that is made fairly. And until they've made that big decision, which is a big challenge to make, which is potentially why they've not been doing it, they're not necessarily going to make a fair decision. It could be that they may have already made a decision that they feel was unfair, and it's put a big burden on their shoulders. And the challenge is to relook at that decision and release that burden. Let's get some clarification on this Justice and this Ten of Wands, because that could be a number of things, and it's quite a heavy energy, actually. I might have to sage in a minute. It's a really heavy read, Virgo. I'm a Virgo. I don't like this read. I want something more happy. I mean, it's not looking horrific, but I want happy. What's this Justice and Ten of Wands, please, Spirit? Okay, so it's an ending. So it's a decision that needs to be made that's going to complete a chapter. We've got a Two of Cups. So it's something to do... Oh, no, that's the Nine of Cups. We have a Two of Cups in the reverse. So it's something to do with a relationship that is either ended or out of balance, in upset, not ended. That it could be very much that a relationship needs to be closed out. Now, whether that is with you, whether that is with another person, I'm not sure. That could be very much what this burden is. Maybe a decision was made previously that was unfair, and it was about ending a relationship, and they've been carrying that burden around. It could very much be that, I mean, to be honest, the Two of Cups came out first in the reverse. So to me, it would suggest that a relationship is either needing to end, or an unhappy period of a relationship needs to end. So you could already be in this with someone. I mean, this can be separation, and that could be what is the big challenge as well. We have a Nine of Cups in the reverse. Somebody that made a wish they're getting what they wished for, but they're now regretting that wish. They're not happy. They're not enjoying what they wanted. And that could be why there's this big burden as well. And maybe they've decided to change their mind. And potentially having been separated, is not what they wanted anymore. And maybe and that could be very much what this Nine of Wands is. Now, this could be simply that they've made a decision with regards to a relationship. It's become unhappy. And it's not what they want. It's not what they feel is happy. And they've got to make a big decision. And it's a big decision that's going to end a big chapter of their life. And it's going to be something they're not going to repeat. Now, whether that's you or whether that's your person, I'm not sure. I think it's more to do with your person. It could very much be your person needs to make a decision. Or, this Ten of Wands. It could be that they need to share it, possibly. It could be that they need to release that burden. But there's definitely some sort of decision that needs to be made. A fair decision that needs to be made. And it's challenging to make sure that it's fair. I'm not sure why it'd be challenging to make sure that it's a fair decision. But obviously it is for somebody. Maybe in order to make that decision, they've got to come clean about something that they're holding as a burden that involves a disabling of a relationship. That's not a word, is it? That's something that's caused an ending to a relationship because they've realised they didn't want it to end. Or it's not made them as happy as they thought it would be. Or they made the wrong decision. Or it could simply be that they need to end a relationship and it's weighing heavily on them. Because they're not happy like they thought they'd be. But there's definitely something weighing heavy on someone that needs to be released with regards to a wish that they'd made, that they thought they'd got about a relationship. that is not what they thought they were going to get. And they don't feel like it's fair on them anymore. Potentially, your person feels like they're carrying a big burden because they feel like things are not fair. And up here we had that Six of Pentacles in the reverse, things being out of balance, not being fair. Maybe they feel like something's not fair on them, or they've not been fair on someone because of something they've done, and that's why they're holding that burden. But very much they need to release that burden, possibly learn from it, communicate, make that decision, let somebody else make a decision potentially. Maybe it could be your person that needs to tell you the things to release that burden, and you might need to make a decision. Now, if you manage to get through this challenge, and whatever this is closes out this chapter, we have an Emperor in reverse. Now, that's a loss of control. So, this is also Aries energy. You've got Libra here as well. Did I say Aquarius earlier? I don't know. The Emperor in the reverse is somebody that's lost control. So, whether this is your person losing control over a situation that they thought they were in control of, and that's why they're weighing down really heavily, but it can also be somebody that's trying to be a dictator. Let's get clarification on this Emperor. Wow, that's not helpful, is it, Spirit? So, we have a King of Pentacles coming out to the side. Now, the King of Pentacles is very much, in the upright, is somebody that's stable, very good at his job, got a lot of money, stability, you know, fantastic. In the reverse, he's still good at his job, but he's got no stability, so he's got no money. So, you know, comes in, spent out straight away. To the side, it's suggesting to me that they're in the middle. So they're trying to gain stability. They're obviously going to be good at the job. They're good regardless. But that money, you know, that balance of money coming in, going out, that stability part, that having that nest egg is a bit of a challenge. So that could be why there's a bit of a loss of control. Maybe a relationship is slightly destabilized. If this is something where you're going into a relationship with this person, it could just be that it's slightly destabilized. Maybe the stability isn't quite there, quite how you'd like it to be at the beginning. And that tells something to do with the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords came out after that King of Pentacles. So that suggests to me that maybe somebody was stabbed in the back, betrayed, and it could be a bit of a challenge to get over. And then we have a Ten of Cups, which is a happy family. Stability, happiness, long-term happiness, children. Again, it's a challenge. So to me, it's like the outcome is still undecided. Because it's very much, it's like it's like saying you can't control it. You don't know what's going to happen. There's not really any. And the reason it's undecided is because it depends on whether somebody can be stable. It depends on whether somebody can get over some betrayal. And it depends on whether someone wants to put family and happiness first. And because it's all, and that to me, because it's all very much all a challenge, that's potentially why there's a lack of control there, because maybe it's feeling like it's dependent on someone else. It's dependent on whether money can become stable, whether that's to do with a job, whether it's dependent on a job. Betrayal, being stabbed in the back, betrayal, whether it's dependent on somebody getting over it, or whether somebody can work on it, whether they can walk together on it. And then happy families, whether it can be done together, whether there can be disagreements that can be got over. It doesn't tell me it's going to be horrible, because it is very much, if the stability can be there, the abundance can be there. If they can get over this bit and build the stability, it can be fantastic. If they can come out of overthinking and being stuck in being stabbed in the back, they can get over it and move forward from it. And if the disagreements can be harmonised, you can have a happy family. So it's not telling me anything bad. It's just telling me that there's still going to be challenges that have got to be overcome in order to get those into the upright. But they are just challenges. It's not saying you're not going to have them. They're just a challenge to get. And the challenge is because you don't feel like you've got the control. Which a lot of the time, you can't have control over everything. It could even be that your person doesn't feel like they've got control. It could be that you need to put the control in someone else's hands. I'm going to get you some advice. I don't normally do advice, but I'm going to get some advice as well. How can Virgo get through that challenging outcome, Spirit? To turn the cards in the upright and have the happy family, happy stability, all those lovely good things. What advice can you give Virgo to get the best outcome? Okay. Hermit. It's you, Virgo. So, it's suggesting to me that while you may feel that you're trying to go deep, it's telling me go deep within yourself. Just try not to get stuck being lonely, because sometimes if you go too deep and you isolate yourself, you can end up feeling lonely. So very much, yes, look within yourself, but make sure you're doing it in a healthy way. You're not isolating yourself completely. You're not staying out of things, making sure that if you need help, you get help. If you want to socialise, you socialise. Stop worrying about the outcome. Stop worrying whether you're going to have success or not having success. You need to go deep within and work out to you, what is success? What is the best outcome you want? What is it that you actually want? Because to me, this is suggesting that you need to work it out. You need to understand what is it that you actually want. What to you would be successful. And we've got the Page of Swords. This is telling me that you don't know. You need to dig deep. That's why we've got this Hermit. You need to dig deep and work out what it is that you want. You need to stop miscommunicating with yourself. If you have a look on these, we've both got we've got moons on both. In the Hermit in the upright and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Not wands, swords. You know, the moon in the same direction. In the upright, they're not. To me, it's very much telling me that you need to do some deep diving to work out what it is that you want, because at the minute you don't know. And it could be that you don't want to face what it is because you're scared of having the success. You may be very well feeling like you're unpopular. You might be feeling that you're not being seen. And to me, it suggests that you might be scared of looking at that. You may be scared of people's popularity. You may be scared of being unpopular about something. Maybe if you work out what it is you want, you might find that it's an unpopular decision and you might be freaking out about it. And so you lie to yourself about it. And then once you've worked out what it is that you want and you stop chastising yourself and you actually understand what it is you want, it's telling me you need to make a plan. Potentially go out, make that plan, put that offer out there of what it is that you want. Go towards it, but do it slowly. Don't charge in. This is very much slow and steady wins a race. I did say Knight, didn't I? It's not. It's the Page of Swords in the reverse. That's the Knight. Symbols, eh? But even still, the Page of Swords in the reverse. He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't even look. He's not looking for anything. Maybe it's telling you as well that you need to stop searching for things because you've already got the answers. You're just not looking at them. With this Hermit, it's like telling me you need to come out of that deep dive. You've already got the answers that you need, but you don't trust yourself with it. But you need to make a plan to go towards what it is that you want. You may have an unhappy family, but this is only temporary. The Ten of Cups in the reverse it is temporary. It's a temporary unhappy family. It's something that you can't make everyone happy. It can be a little bit unstable, a little bit unsettling, but it is only temporary. And let's face it, I don't think you want to go towards an unhappy family. It's just whatever it is that you want might make some people in your family unhappy. Now, it doesn't even have to be your immediate family, like children or partners, spouses. This could be siblings, parents. It's just family in general. Whoever you would class as family. If you don't have blood relatives, who are your family? Sometimes your friends are your family. Depending on, it's whoever you would class as your family. It could just be them being unhappy. But it's telling me that, that is only temporary kind of thing. You don't have to worry so much. It is temporary. You just need to go towards what you want, but you need to make sure that you're doing it slow and steady. Right, let's get you some romance angel cards. See what other messages Spirit have got. So very much stop worrying about what your family think. Stop worrying about what other people think. Work out what it is that you want and go towards what it is that you want. That is what I'm getting from that advice. Right, so we've got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Retreat. It is time to disconnect from the world. Very much a hermit. To go and work out what it is you want. calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay. Well, I hope that reading was helpful, Virgo. I do hope that that advice will help some of you out, especially if that love reading is very much resonating with you. I do wish you the best of luck. If you did enjoy your reading today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. Good luck, and thank you for joining me.